That was actually good. I was quasi-nervous for no reason, and that calmed me down. So, all right.
So serious.
We are doing part 2, determining the great debate of who is better between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. This next part is probably going to be the most hypothetical. This and intangible even still has more things you can follow and look back. This is going to be the most hypothetical thing that we talk about in this section, or in this piece. It is a straight up one-on-one contest between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I think we should start. We got to pick 1 year for each of them, irrelevant of team. This completely has to do with them at their absolute apex for a one-on-one battle.
So is this like a game of 21?
Yeah, let's assume game of 21. I think that's the best way to do it.
How many games of 21? Just one game of 21, or
there has to be. You want to do 5 or 7? You want to treat it like the NBA and do 7, or you want to keep it like shorter with 5? What do you think?
7.
5, because I feel like that's a lot. You know how long that is? That's mad games.
They'd be dying. That's what I'm saying. If you do, but they are elite athletes, super freak athletes. So
yeah, but still going against each other. Like it's not like they just.
You know what? I think we should do 7. I think basically based on what you just said, I think we should do 7 because I think that might actually play into the end of the game, or the end of, like, when you get to game 6 or game 7, fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yeah.
But you want to start with Jordan or LeBron picking a year?
Let's go LeBron because I feel like it's gonna be more. It's more debatable.
I totally agree. So we looked at LeBron's Apex Greatest team earlier this year. Video will be above me. Check that out. And we determined that his last championship season was probably the best version of him combined with his team. This is different. We are strictly looking at best LeBron James. Irrelevant of team, when LeBron James was at his absolute apex. I think it's probably a Miami season or the 2018 playoffs. It's one or the other, especially for a game of 21. That's where I'm at. What do you guys think?
I feel like you might have to go the 2013 season.
Okay,
just because of obviously the MVP, second in defensive player of the year, really should have been first.
Yeah.
And he was all around, which is great.
Right.
But it's definitely not a statistical thing that it doesn't really show that much statistically, but It was just everything, just the all around player that he was.
Yeah.
Made that team go, especially and you really saw it once, because Wade started like diminishing towards the end. So
yeah,
like he had to step up more.
It's true. So you have this 12-13 LeBron. I don't hate it, but I want to hear Lindsay's before I give my 3, where I'm stuck between 3. So, but I want to hear Lindsay's first.
I don't. This is tough. It's really like splitting fucking hairs. I'm stuck between the 13 and the 18. Yeah,
okay,
13 and 18.
Talk about it.
I just feel like I guess there was more output in 18, and maybe that's what's like throwing me, even though it's not really that much. Maybe 13. Yeah, I'm going to go with 13. I'm going to go with 13 because I feel like his athleticism was there and all that stuff. His 3-pointer was better in 13 than a lot of other years, which is good. And then just he's still at that peak of conditioning and being in shape and whatnot, so that'll be good for him.
So, well, now that that's the case, and now I have to play lawyer. So I'm gonna let me steer you towards direction that isn't 12-13 for shits and giggles. There's 3 points that I am really interested in. The LeBron James from the 2018 playoffs was an absolute savage and averaged 34, 9, and 9 throughout the whole playoffs. They got swept that year, right? By the Warriors. By the Warriors.
Yeah.
That team had no business making the NBA Finals. That was LeBron's 8th straight NBA Finals. He hit countless buzzer beaters on multiple teams throughout the playoffs, and probably the tail end of his athletic peak, combined with knowing so much about the game to be able to orchestrate
controlling pace and everything.
Controlling pace.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. The second one is Game 6, 2012. So the 2012 playoffs, essentially. So I would pick that 2012 season. That 2012 LeBron James, specifically the one I saw in Game 6, was one of the most horrifying NBA players I've ever encountered in my life as a guy who was rooting for the Boston Celtics. When you see him on his kneeling right before the game and he looks like Satan has controlled his body, that guy in a one-on-one game, scary, horrifying. But I don't. Go ahead.
I was just gonna because I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it's Apex greatest moments, like if I'm going based off that moment, or because I think I would agree. I would 100% say the 2012 LeBron if it was just off that one moment, and we're saying okay, that's his peak. But I was thinking, all right, this is his peak season. So like that. That was
I definitely agree that the regular season in 2013 is easily his best regular season. I've mentioned it a billion times. 56%, the 27-game win streak, and he had that 30-point streak with 60% shooting. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm doing moments is because I'm trying to, and I think you can interpret it either way, in my opinion. And that's why I wanted to bring this side of it to the table. Because I think if we're going to put him in a 21 situation, in a game to 21, the first thing that jumps out of my head are specific games where I would want to see that guy in a game to 21. You know what I mean?
So I would, so that switches things for me because I was just looking at his all around thing. Right. Well, so my only reason for not saying 2018, because I agree with a lot of your points.
Yeah.
Offensively, that was, I think, peak LeBron.
Yeah.
But I just think he's completely lacking on the defensive end.
Really? In 11-12?
No. In 2018.
Oh, okay. Right.
And that to me, that's peak LeBron offensively. But
I agree. That's true.
Yeah. And that was a known thing. Like they pointed out a lot of shit that he was like he was not playing defense at that time.
Yeah. He was trying to conserve his energy. Very obviously.
In 2012, if we're just going off moments and we're saying, okay, I want to see this LeBron versus, I would 100% say that is peak LeBron, all around everything. That would be the peak LeBron. I've said that I think that's his biggest moment ever. In 2012. So.
Because there's a case could be made that the guy who scored 25 straight points versus Detroit could be the guy that some people hold in their heart. Because LeBron was such a baby face at that point.
So many moments, so many moments. But I think that's when he figures it out, clicks, and that's just him at his best.
Yeah.
And then you just see it all throughout the next season, except more controlled.
So let's say, just to make it as specific as possible, if we're not going to say Game 6 LeBron, let's say LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals. I wonder what are his stats in the Eastern Conference Finals from that year. Because I'm pretty sure they're...
Because even that playoff run was one of his...
Oh, for sure.
Stuff.
But I want to let's see if we can narrow it even further than that. So we can get a LeBron James in everybody's mind. Yeah, perfect. Because we're not really worried about passing in a game to 21.
Yep.
33, 11, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Shooting 3%. Not bad.
And that's just showing him in attack mode.
Yeah.
That's proof that he's just in straight up attack mode.
Durable, 45 minutes a game. I like that. Lindsay, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. It's good for me.
No thoughts, no comments, no nothing?
No, I was thinking season to begin with, so my answer for Jordan is going to be wrong now, too.
What is wrong? There is no wrong. This is the most hypothetical bullshit scenario you could imagine. What do you mean?
I wasn't thinking of a moment.
And plus, you haven't answered yet, so you can't be right or wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch it up.
Yeah, but like I planned it. I had my thoughts in order. I had my whole spiel, the whole Glockenspiel going, and then Russell just pooped on it. He pooped on my Glockenspiel.
Got it back. All right.
No, I don't know what that word means. I'm not going to try to repeat it. But let's move on to Michael Jordan. So
this is easy, way easier for me.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
All right, talk to me.
I'm going the '93 finals.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I think that's we've stated this multiple times. I think that's peak Jordan.
Yeah.
And going through all of his controversy and everything, and then just come to the finals and completely shitting on the Phoenix Suns. First player ever to average 40 plus points in a NBA Finals.
Yeah.
First and only. Sorry.
Yeah. I think Jerry West is the closest.
Yeah. Well, Shaq too, 38.
Shit.
Yeah. Obviously 41 on 50, 40, 70, which is surprising for Jordan.
Hey, they're going to run it.
There's no free throws.
Huh? It's still him in absolute attack mode.
Quick question. Go back to that LeBron James series, please.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
No, fuck you. No.
So Jordan actually, at this moment in time, and we're going straight off moments.
Yeah.
Jordan shot better from the 3-point line.
Yeah, but hold on. We could get to that when we actually get into the. I know what you're saying.
I was just curious because that's very interesting to me.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to mention before you said that is this 40% is a legit 40%. He took 25 threes, which at that time was probably people were like, "This guy is doing too much. He needs to stop doing that. He needs to take it the fuck easy." But yeah, 41, 8.5. 6.3 assists, almost 2 steals, and almost a block a game. Definitely Apex Jordan, a guy who can move all around the floor. And same thing with LeBron, as I said, in attack mode.
Okay.
You got any other points, Lynn?
My point was going to be the 88 season, but...
Well, talk to me.
Well, you have a young Jordan, and he was always in attack mode, and then you have him playing amazing defense, so you have him playing both sides of the thing. His offensive output was like, woo, through the roof, right? He scored 35 a game. Yeah. So my brain, I'm like thinking like best of both worlds with that Jordan. And I don't know. I feel like he never needed, like, LeBron, you need to wait till later in his career for him to, like, really get into that, like, crazy mentality. But Jordan always had it. So I don't feel like you need to wait till he's older and loses a little bit of his athleticism for that.
53.5% shooting from the field. In the playoffs, it jumps to 36 a game. Still 53%. It's ridiculous. He's taking so many shots. It's absurd.
And I definitely, if it was just going off the season, I definitely would have, that was going to be my pick too, off of just straight up one season, because obviously he wins Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, which only has been done by how many people? 3 in the entire world? Yeah,
facts.
So I definitely would have went for that for the season. I just think, obviously, Jordan's 93 season is just in front of all the world, like the world's eyes, and just completely shitting on everyone and like the top team in the league and dominating. So that's my thing. And I think that's really where he because he's still extremely athletic at that time.
Yeah,
like, I think all the athleticism is there, and both offensively and defensively. I just think this is a guy that we've said is super bored at this point.
That's what I was going to mention.
And it's just, but then they got him so pissed off that he said, "I'm gonna destroy this team in front of me, so that you guys can know who the fuck is daddy."
I'm fine with the 93 finals because I was going to pick the same game I always pick when it comes down to this, which is Game 4, New York Knicks, 93 playoffs, where he shoots 6 of 9 from 3 and is making like Curry shit before Curry shit. It's wild. He's taking all these non-catch and shoot threes that are like they break your brain because it's just stuff that you'd never think Jordan would be able to make. Yeah. All of it will be on your screen. But I'm fine with 93.
And that's pretty much the same guy,
yeah. Because once I saw the 3-pointers here with the finals, the same rules apply.
Yeah.
So I definitely like that. So let's bring them.
All right, hold on. Before we start.
Stop with the weapons.
For you guys who, obviously have something against the team, the Jordan and LeBron that we picked, you guys can let us know in the comment section. You guys can't see my axe.
I'm happy that your axe gets censored by the fucking green screen.
Don't worry, I just put it in front of my face.
Are you going to tell them nobody asked you for your opinion?
No. I'm asking you for your opinion, asking you for your opinion because we want to know. But just so you know, it gets a little wild. I gotta ask.
So I pulled this up. I just like fucking with this website. It's a What If Sports website. I figure if in a hypothetical situation, it'd be fun to pull up. We're not doing teams, but I figured it'd just be a good idea of what the player was doing at that moment in time. So Jordan, in this hypothetical matchup, put up 33 points on 30 shots. So relatively inefficient. Pretty classic Jordan as we saw throughout his career, taking the majority of shots. Scottie Pippen with 20 points and 20 rebounds, like you said.
Yeah.
LeBron. So the simulation claims LeBron would get locked up. I don't agree. I think if they pulled it back a year further and it was that first season in Miami, maybe this would be accurate. But this guy was on a mission. I think he's way more accurate and way more efficient versus Jordan, especially as we pull it into our one-on-one discussion. I think strength is going to matter a lot in this.
Yeah, I agree.
What were you going to say?
I remember last year in our debate that we never put out, I was very against this. But then after, obviously looking more into both guys, I think the issue with Jordan is going to be LeBron's height and weight.
Sure.
Obviously, it's famous to go back to him versus Magic having a hard time. So I think having to deal with a LeBron James who's same height as Magic, 50 pounds heavier than Magic? Maybe not. Maybe more like 20 or 30 pounds heavier than Magic.
It'll be on your screen.
Yeah. I think that's going to be difficult. But this is 2012 LeBron, right?
Yeah.
So in 2013, he developed a post-up game. No. 2012 he did because he.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Durant.
That's part of my argument.
Yeah. 2012, he developed a post-up game, which he took advantage of Kevin Durant with.
Right.
Who's longer than Jordan, probably similar weight, right?
Maybe. That's actually true.
Yeah. KD 6'11",
and he's a French
probably. But he was skinny, but obviously he was still he had to be about 200, 205 pounds.
Something like that. Maybe 220 max.
Yeah, probably heavier, to be honest. But, and LeBron completely took advantage of that. So I think he'd do the exact same thing with Michael Jordan. The only thing with Jordan that LeBron would have difficulties with, which we've never really seen this happen to LeBron, but I don't think he'd be able to dribble straight up on Jordan as easily. But LeBron James has never really like he's always been good with his ball handles. Never really got. I've never really seen LeBron get pickpocketed.
But he's super. Yeah, I was about to say, this is a conversation I'd heard on Open Court one time. They were talking about best ball handlers ever, and somebody made the case for Magic Johnson, even though Magic Johnson's not a dribble guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the case was, you never saw Magic getting stripped. And same rules kind of with LeBron. Nobody ever says LeBron is an elite next level dribbler or guy with handles. But like to your point, nobody ever really rips him hard body like that, like all the time.
Yeah. And so I think that's where LeBron takes advantage. Is within the post. Probably won't dribble. If he dribbles straight up, I could see Jordan winning because we're going 7 games. So
yeah.
So I could totally see Jordan possibly winning some of the first couple games.
Sure.
But once they get really tired and you just got LeBron banging on them.
The Derrick Henry method.
Yeah, exactly. You're just gonna be banging on them. I remember, and the only reason I know this works is because when I used to play one-on-ones with my friend for FA, when I felt like I was naturally better than him. But after a while, I got tired because obviously I'm fat. So I'm like, I'm not about to lose this game, so I'd just be posting him up and just ending the game like that. He'd always get frustrated because he was just smaller, couldn't really do anything about it, and he felt like it was cheating. I feel like that's kind of how MJ is gonna feel in his, but he could take it back. You know, he's quick. He could go around. He could go around it. I know. I saw him guarding Charles Barkley in that Phoenix. That's funny because I picked the Phoenix finals, and this is where it was happening when he was guarding Barkley, who was a big guy, similar to that. What he did to take advantage was when they were trying to get it to him in the post. He would be moving around. He would make Barkley not know exactly where he was before getting it. But obviously that's not going to be the case with LeBron knowing it and dribbling and stuff. But he still could possibly get around LeBron with his quickness and stuff. But I might go. I think I'm going to go LeBron 4-3. I think it's going to go all 7 games.
Okay.
And LeBron wins 4 of them. And because of his height and weight and taking advantage of that.
I don't hate your case. I want to hear what Lindsay has to say. Because I don't disagree with you totally at all. So I want to see what Lindsay has to say before I go.
Yeah, I was going to go with LeBron just because of the size advantage he has on Jordan, especially if it's not just like 1 game and we're making it go like 7 games, 21. I feel like it's just the odds will be stacked more in LeBron's favor at the beginning because of that, outside of the fact that Jordan is Jordan. And he'll be able to like run faster than him or jump higher than him. He's just not bigger than him.
See that? All right. Ready? Oh, go ahead. You got something to say? Because I'm gonna tell a story when you're done.
Yeah. So this is also what I'm thinking. Like that's me putting a controller in LeBron's ass and saying, "You doing this?" Because I'm just trying to think, and I'm like, LeBron obviously wasn't really shooting that much.
Yeah.
And I think at the time his shot chart wasn't really much mid range, and if he did, he didn't shoot that well from the mid range. Yeah. And obviously, in that series that we took, LeBron wasn't a great 3-point shooter either. MJ actually did better than him, making 10 out of his 25 versus LeBron's I think 6 out of his 32.
Yeah.
So the only and I could see it going either way because I'm also thinking about MJ's shooting.
Yeah.
Like,
hold on. You're not going to leave me any meat on the bone.
Oh, no, yeah. Sorry.
This guy's not going to leave me anything to talk about.
No, you got it. My bad. We'll talk. Sorry. Because
I was waiting. I was trying to be as patient as possible. I was like, I want you to talk. It's not like that. But then I was writing a mental checklist, and you're like, I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
That's what happens when my bad.
Every time. Yeah. I didn't want to cut you off. Fuck it.
You got it.
That was hilarious. So here's my story. All right, you ready?
All right.
You ready? So I got LeBron winning the first game because I think Jordan comes in feeling confident, peacocking a little bit, and LeBron, confident. It's a combination of confident and peacocking. You've seen people being confident, like in your life. I'm 1,000% sure.
Yeah.
New T-shirt coming out next week. Anyways, I think LeBron takes that first game, takes Jordan by surprise. Every time we've seen Michael Jordan get taken by surprise in that first game, historically, from a playoff standpoint, he usually comes back and gets the second one, right? So I have Jordan 1-1 after 2, right? They tie up. So third game, Jordan's starting to get more serious about it. He starts hitting that mid-range shit. It's make it, take it. So starts hitting the mid-range shit. He fucking
wait, in the hood.
Yeah.
Wait, you make it, you take, like, you keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Okay. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. When I said it out loud, I was like, that is what I meant, right?
yeah, because I was like, make it, take it.
That's what it said in NBA Street. That's what it.
There is no loser's ball here. That's because if you don't have it, you're a fucking loser,
party, motherfucker. So, you gotta learn how to make a shot.
So I think Jordan does one of those. He makes 10 straight buckets, like barely lets LeBron touch the ball in the third one, and it's a blowout for Jordan in Game 3, right? Game 4, fatigue starts to set in a little bit. Jordan's confident and he wants to keep doing well, but this is when the strength starts to take over and the physicality. And there'll be a picture of LeBron, just a beautiful HD picture of LeBron's gorgeous sexual figure in this particular year. He is brolic as shit. He is lean. He is mean. He is a dunking machine. And I think that's what ended up helping him out with the post-up game. And so I think he turns into LeBron O'Neal and backs Jordan up and gives him the Magic Johnson treatment. Just a lot of quick drop step moves from the post, hitting that LeBronto fade, all types of shit like that. He's going to win Game 4. Game 5, it's physical. They
Can
both
I just say one thing before
you. Yes, go ahead. This is the Gatorade break. Anyway, so
I'm definitely not gonna watch this video when you put that picture up because that's just gonna be the shit ever.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Game 5 after the Gatorade break. They come back. Jordan feels a little better, right? Now he starts trying to get in LeBron's head, right? Game 5, he starts attacking LeBron's mental strength. I think LeBron is basically Game 6 was the moment in this season when LeBron went from I really don't like what they're doing to fuck this shit, I'm gonna murder them. And if Michael Jordan runs into that Game 6 LeBron, this will not work. LeBron will win Game 5. LeBron will win Game 6.
But this is Game 6 LeBron.
And I think LeBron takes it in 6. If LeBron shows up, it doesn't act like that. I think Jordan takes 5, right? Then LeBron takes 6, right? Because Game 6, LeBron is a devastating human in any way, shape, or form, even in 21. And I don't know. I think that last game is like very dramatic.
Yeah.
But I
can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I could see it going either way. Like I really do. Like obviously, I didn't think to just tell a nice story. I
on the spot.
Yeah, but I like that though because this is Game 6 LeBron. We have to assume him with that mentality.
So then I'm taking if that's the LeBron, and we did agree to that. I think I would take LeBron James in 6 games over Michael Jordan, which I'm sure there are going to be humans who do not agree with us.
You see, my whole thing is I think it definitely goes 7 no matter what LeBron it is.
Okay.
Only because that MJ is different. I really do feel like even if it's when it's Game 7,
Yeah.
It's 21-19 because you got to win by twos. This is the hood. You got to win by twos. There's no win by ones. We winning by twos.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's nothing MJ can do to stop LeBron James' post up because I'm just thinking, yeah, obviously it's Game 7, tired of shit, and then now it's just 6'9", 250, 60, probably 60 pounds at this point.
Yeah.
On a 205 foot, like, because MJ is 205 easily at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
and that might be giving him more.
Maybe even more. Because this is
no. He was
this is post weights. This is post.
Yeah, he was 195 before his weights, and he got 205, and then it was and then his playing weight was 205.
Yeah, I agree.
And,
just want to check.
And he was 220, in his Wizards years. That was like.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. I thought it was closer to 215. So let me get. So right now it's
maybe I'm mixing them up. Kobe.
Oh, they got all his.
Do they have year by year?
Yeah, it looked like they said in his first three-peat he was at 205.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have as a rookie 205, first three-peat 216.
No, you're reading it wrong. It's as a rookie 195, 205 for first three-peat, 216 for the other 3 championships.
Oh, okay. So you're right. You're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah. So LeBron James has got 50 to 60 pounds on him in terms of that's a lot, a lot of muscle. So now we're going towards the end of a game.
Yeah.
And I'm just being logical, guys. Like I honestly, if it was up to me and I really just chose who I'd rather, I'd pick Michael Jordan. I just think in terms of actual logic, like when you're tired of shit and you're just relying on your weight and strength, I think Michael Jordan's gonna have a tough task, and he might lose 21-19. That's what I'm thinking. And it really might depend who has the ball last. Because if MJ has the ball last,
you can't say he's not going to close it out.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
Yeah, exactly. But I just feel like it's one of those things. If MJ misses the shot, LeBron James gets it, and LeBron James just starts posting on him or driving to the basket. Like there's not much MJ's can do to stop it. So so I just think you got to go.
Yeah,
LeBron
I agree. If LeBron comes in not mentally weak, I got LeBron in 6. If LeBron does come in mentally weak, I got MJ in 7. I think after I thought about it and listening to you guys, I think I take him. But I think I'm settling with LeBron in 6.
Yeah, because we're assuming
tough
LeBron
to repeatedly say over and over
again. Yeah.
It's difficult to continue to say.
Yeah, because we don't want it. So
I'd pay to see it though. I'd pay to see it.
So we're tied 1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Yeah, that's true. That is okay.
That's what. Yeah, I had that same thought. I was like, what?
Yeah, my bad. I tweaked.
But so LeBron.
Even though it was just 2 minutes ago, guys, like we're all dressed the same and everything.
That's why I wasn't worried about that at all. So we got LeBron 1v1 and Jordan on the tangible attributes. We are tied going into part 3. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Just type in Apex Greatness on YouTube to see everything we put out this year. From legacy breakdowns to current NBA and NFL content. We have over 150 videos to binge if you're that type of person, or just to listen to in your spare time. We have about 2 to 5 hours of new content every week. Check us out. Later.